Hey there, my visionaries, friends, and really impact making souls. Visionaries Unlimited here. Ayrton Giulio speaking, and with me, our wonderful.
María Gayoso.
Oh, yes. So, as you have heard in one of our previous videos, she's our TAO, Total Alignment Officer. Because in Visionaries Unlimited, as this is the YouTube channel, we really make sure that everything is in line with what who we truly are and what we truly want to achieve. And I am the Visionary Executive Officer. We really take care of all things vision, all things impact making, all things making it happen beyond what society thinks what is possible. And we have one belief, and I believe that Maria will agree wholeheartedly. I'm taking this from her.
Yeah.
Having a everything is possible mindset. This is who we are. Visionaries Unlimited is here for you to share with you who is a visionary at the end. At the end of the day, who is a visionary? Why are you calling yourself a visionary? What pushes the limits from inside to break the boundaries to get to that heart-centered disruption and innovation that you want to create in the world. Thank you for being listening. I would love to have our Maria to share some words on this to begin with.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Ayrton. Just to specify what the introduction in relation to our roles, just to mention again that we are just co-created them, the ones that felt more connected to our skills, our gifts, what we feel more attracted at doing what we think we're best at, and that we both were agreed with each other's roles within the business that we're creating, which is Visionaries. And Visionaries Unlimited is, let's say, it's a branch of it. And yes, having said that, let's get into this topic, visionary. Um, to me, first of all, I'd say I'd make the basic distinction of the difference between a dreamer and a visionary. And just, of course, the visionary is a dreamer. No one can be a visionary without being a dreamer, without living in the non-physical realm. So a visionary lives, for me, from my perspective, lives beyond the space-time reality in general. This person is not limited but by what they see with their senses, with their physical senses. And normally what they see is something that is related to the progression, the progress of humanity, and in all possible ways. So it's like their minds are connected to, we could say there are different ways to explain this or to
Absolutely.
yeah, or to think of this. But from one perspective, it could be that because there is no really space-time reality in the universe, it is just us who perceives it. Our our human minds perceives the space-time reality. My idea is the visionaries in general, they connect with another moment in time that could be described from a human perspective as the future, which is not the future, it's happened synchronistically. But these humans have the ability in general to connect with a future version of humanity, which
Wow.
is advanced
Yes.
in any possible way. That is one way of putting it. Another way for me normally is that they are very much connected with the creative source. So some people think, okay, this could be described as imagination, but I would say it's more than that. And when you connect with your creative force or your higher consciousness, you get information of a very high value and information that is new. Because what a visionary is someone who sees. They see beyond, they see something which is not in the present reality. And to see this, where do you see this? Internally. This is the inner vision. You see it
Mm,
internally and you want to bring it in the outer world. But when you see it internally, it comes from a higher consciousness that has this information that is not created by the human mind, because the human mind per se is related to space time, and time only knows the past. So it's creating only from what it knows. The
absolutely.
visionary, in pure essence, is someone who is connected with information or ideas that are not in our present world. So that's
Mm.
what comes from me in general as I think of visionary. And also, so just the last thing, and I leave you with this: the dreamer is there. The visionary is also the doer. It's not just the dreamer; it's the dreamer and the doer.
Okay, wow. So there are many beautiful elements that Maria you just brought up, and I want to reiterate in a way also everything that Maria said. You guys, you listening, are this force from within. Everything that she described sometimes cannot really be comprehended on a logical level. Most of
Mhm.
the times on the logical level are not even comprehensible. And so that's totally fine that you do not comprehend it eventually if you do not yet. And when you get to comprehend it, and this is one thing that I would like to do, is to bring some science from a pioneer, from a visionary scientist that both Maria and I love deeply, and we practice his stuff because it's so advanced and so concrete. Dr. Joe Dispenza, what he does is to actually shift the paradigm of space time. So a reality where we actually, as visionaries, normally, let's say, normally as a humanity, we perceive space and as the main 3D
Mhm.
living surrounding environment, and then there's time that is how we experience the change, one thing after the other. And
Mhm.
he does the opposite. He shifts, he reverses this paradigm in time space reality, which is every time is now present, every possibility is now present, and we get to have it collapse, become the space, the physical tangible table that you have seen. There was a possibility that an artisan, a handcrafter, saw, like in a different moment in time, the future. He saw this beautiful tree becoming a table, a chair, something. And this guy saw that. He saw that now with his brain captured some information in the air. This is what all us as visionaries are are getting to do so beautifully, just picking some information and then getting to do it. So first of all, picking that information from possibilities, from time, and
Consciousness.
consciousness. Maybe some religious would eventually call it God, or Allah, or Krishna, or any interpretation of it is wholeheartedly welcome in our community, because it's all absolutely good for the good of us as a community, for us as individuals, for humanity, for the planet, for universe consciousness, and the whole at the end. And so coming back and kind of closing this little circle of bringing science into it, this pioneer, this guy has created his own framework and understanding of how, instead of space-time reality, we're living in a time-space reality where possibilities are there. We just need to connect to them and to get to do them, to make them real. So a dreamer is able to tune into them and eventually is just dreaming about them. But a visionary is a true impact maker, is a true doer who brings it down into tangible results, into business, into relationship, into manifesting the right teammate, manifesting the right soulmate, and manifesting the great loan that's needed in the moment. And it's all personal experience, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying we are all able to do it, and it's so beautiful. This is why Visionaries creates the space for us to get into this state and understanding. This is science, and we as visionaries get to experience it, and with the right environment around us get to take action on it. And one little piece that I wanted to add also is that as it is science, as visionaries can harness it, and as there's a community such as Visionaries, and hopefully there'll be more in the future also, and I know there are other communities for people like us around. um as we get to connect with those, our true essence comes up, our true essence, our unapologetic way of being ourselves, get to fully express, and we naturally become fulfilled, happy, peaceful, with external circumstances and anything that is related to those, because we know that we can do something about it. So visionaries are humans who know they can do something about it. Now you take the it and you make a blank line, and you name it. Visionaries, or myself as a visionary, can do anything about blank, you name it. What can you do anything about? You believe like that you can go for it and you can tackle it. This morning I was coaching a wonderful soul that was getting so bored at her job. She's a lawyer, and she shared right before the meeting on Lunch Club, this beautiful visionary platform, I believe. She shared, I saw a documentary about feminism, and I'm Turkish, and in Turkish society there's such a masculism, is it the word? I don't know. Like, but the focus on the man being above the woman, and so on and so forth. And something annoys me there, and so we were doing this coaching, and she switched, and she was like, oh, I can see that. I can see how I'm bored where I am now, but with what I truly care about, I might go there because I'm driven. I have this energy, this passion, this fire, this electricity, this inspiration to do something about feminism and protecting women on a legal level. That's what she is as a lawyer. Isn't that possible for you too, in whatever job you are into, or whatever you're doing with your entrepreneurial journey, or whatever you're doing in your relationship? And this is fundamental in our society. So you are fundamental in our society if you resonate with what Maria and I are sharing. You're unlimited. And this is why this unscripted channel is called Visionaries Unlimited. Maria, what did I trigger in you? I saw that you're beautifully taking notes, and I cannot wait to expand on the notes eventually in other lives, in other episodes.
Yes.
Oh, what triggered you?
Something about visionaries, I think they are extraordinary human beings in the sense of their openness, and in the sense of, because extraordinary in the end is the opposite of ordinary. What is ordinary? What you already see, what you regularly see. Something extraordinary doesn't happen normally. That's what I say. Visionaries normally live in an inner world that is not yet here. And we all have, as humans, this potential of connecting with this higher consciousness that has this information, where you literally feel unlimited. in the way that you can transform yourself and transform this world, in the way that you can really impact, turn energy into matter. While matter is still energy, it's a manifested, it has a form in energy, but still, like, as you as a creator realize how able you are, how capable you are of doing that. Society has not told us this, and because most people in the higher spheres of society, what is really veneered is the human mind. And what we are trying to convey here is that there is something beyond the human mind, which has created the human mind, and it is consciousness. And this is where all the information, all that exists, energy is information in the end, is there. It is available to everything and everyone.
Yes.
And visionaries are connected, very much connected with this high frequency. And what their visionary is doing is they're just either channeling or translating this information, and they are so open, and that also the energy that flows through them gives them the passion to the doing. That's where the doing comes. It also needs to be, because first it's just you perceive this internally, this information, and then the energy flows through you to make it happen. It could be that some people just stay in the dreaming part, because also they may have fears or limiting beliefs that don't allow them to take action. So we also want to help those who are in those stages. But
Yes.
the
Be there for them.
extraordinary part is that, and we, even though we both believe that all human beings are absolutely unique and amazing the way they are, we are dedicating a part of our lives just to create a wonderful place for those of us who are experiencing ourselves as visionaries and really want to make great impact in the world, because it's kind of pushing inside us. It's trying to come out and to take a form, and we cannot help it. We want to dedicate part of our lives just to create this wonderful, the community and this space for them to feel supported, nurtured, elevated, to feel normal, finally to feel normal in a space where everybody is and looks crazy. Because the ideas that we have, for most people, they look crazy, and they're not. To us, they're not.
I will follow the line of Maria, in alignment, in total alignment with what she's saying. Indeed.
Okay.
You get really to catalyze what you see, to turn it into reality. And that's what a catalyzer do. I like to also call visionaries catalysts. They're catalysts for these informations, these vibrations and frequencies
Alchemist
that they
also.
pick. Yeah, alchemists. They literally turn it into something visible. And along the line of what Maria was sharing, there's this aspect that, yes, within society, they did not tell us it's possible. And for convenience, and there's no judgment, no completism, none of that is present in me in this moment, with saying that it is convenient to the wounded ego of so many humans that have reached the top levels of society with their masculine, high achieving, controlling, dominant approach. They just do it because that was effective and working for them to meet their own biological needs of being rich and abundant over others with competition. So a visionary is a collaborator. Is a collaborator, is a natural, compassionate collaborator. As I shared the values, as we shared the values, the pillars for a visionary business in another video of ours. And a visionary is someone who, because we want to connect, to co-create, to collaborate, to make it happen. We share and make sure that others hear our message. And visionaries are also, in terms of leadership, humans, heart-centered, with this intention and fire and electricity and drive for impact, that are these people that use it to eventually lead by example, because they might be have been called crazy. And in visionaries, our community, the crazy meets the crazier, the nuts meets the nutser, the visionary and delusional, how they might have called, because sometimes
Mhm.
visionary is also used as a negative connotation. You're visionary, man. You see things which are unreal. Get out. But we get to meet others to see that we're not alone, and that we do see things, others do see things. We don't see what they see. They don't see what we see, perceive, channel, receive, and want to make real. And if we're all together, well, we just step into it. We just see that progressing day after day after day. So right now, I'll step into this position, chosen personality, and embody it, and will lead by example. I invite you to do the same with your own community, with your own business, with your own whatsoever you have, to invite someone to listen to you about your vision, as I am doing right now. If you believe, if you're resonating, if you know there's someone around you that is a visionary or have some crazy idea, share with them this exact message with this video, this channel, not falling into the usual subscribe, like, comment, whatsoever on YouTube. Of course, I deeply desire you to do that, because it would be so great to share the next message also with you as well. Because if you resonate that so far, you really are one person we want to have around, right, Maria?
Absolutely. In our community, yes.
Ah, I feel so good in this moment.
Of course, because you are talking about something that is so, it is you, actually. It is you, it is what you know to be true, what you have experienced, which is yes, when I was younger, I don't know what was the first time that I heard this term of being a visionary, but at some point I thought, okay, that is me. I don't know exactly why, but that is me. And it took me many years to really tell to someone that I see myself as that, because the way that my mind works or where I live internally is not really in this world. I live more in other possible worlds where there is so much more love in the relationships between humans. There is so much more joy. There is so much power in every human being, and the unlimited possibility is something that comes to me constantly, like everything is possible. I so wholeheartedly believe this, that everything is possible so long as you believe that everything is possible. And here's the great difference is that if you don't believe that something is possible, the most probable thing is that it doesn't happen. You will not get to experience it. This is also a very important part of our journey, to understand how our minds work, and everything is possible. And the same goes for this thing, like everything is impossible. Everything, no, something is impossible until someone makes it possible. But it makes it possible because there is so
Yes.
much um, belief in what one is feeling inside. And some human beings just, they came here and I said, I came here to do this. I don't know why, I don't know when this started, but it's in me. I know this. And I just need to make it happen, because if I don't make it happen, if I don't express it, if I don't give it a form, a part of me is feeling unfulfilled. A part of me doesn't shine. And it's only when I get in touch with the things that are so connected to my heart, that I really feel at peace, Ayrton, that I really feel that my existence makes sense. As this human being
Yes,
that I am right now,
it does.
I can go beyond the physical Maria, absolutely. But as the role that I'm playing here as
As a human.
Maria, exactly. This is like I either do this or I don't know.
Or it makes no sense. Or
No,
it
it
makes no
doesn't. It
sense.
doesn't.
And wow.
I would just fall into sadness most likely. Like,
Yes, yes, yes. And um, look, if you listening and watching experienced any of these mismatch in between the reality you're living and the reality you can see, like that utopia, they might have called you a
mhm.
utopian, a utopist, or whatsoever it's called as well, and discouraged you when naysayed at you, and all those things, you can name it, then come closer.
To
We want
us.
you around.
Mhm.
Yes, we want you around. It's very important. It's very important actually for your future, for our future, for future of humanity, for the future of the planet, for the universe expression of itself through you and as you fulfilled, because it's fulfilling. It's such a fun, joyful journey, sometimes hard because you get to break through some paradigms of reality that we all have been installed in our personalities whatsoever, and that's what we get to work all together, and make sure that, yeah, we all feel fulfilled working at each other's vision day after day after day. And
Helping with the challenges because we all have challenges.
oh
Whether
yes,
you are a
we do.
visionary or not, you're going to have challenges. So
And whether you are a visionary in the making or a visionary
in the
quite
thinking,
up there, quite up
or
there, and accomplished, yeah, or you're just a dreamer maybe. You,
yeah,
if you're a dreamer, you do want your dreams come true. Come on,
absolutely.
come
Mhm.
on. What are we talking about? You have
Yeah.
dreams, you want to make them come true. I mean, it's such a spelling line was kind of course. And so, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome home. You're welcome in our space. Maria, how would you like to put the seal on this invitation, on these episodes that fully expressed what a visionary is from our own perspective,
Yeah.
who a visionary is from our own perspective?
Yeah, so this is going to be a direct invitation to those who are listening and
Okay.
who identify themselves as visionaries
Why
that
not?
they continue to live at the edge of reality, and that you remember that that reality is created by your own mind. So remember that if you stay if you honor your own inner world, you will be able to bring it out in the outer world. You have that power. It's just that you start taking action and that you start seeing how what happens within is so much connected to what you see outside. Continue to live at the edge of reality because that's exactly what this world needs so that we turn it into a wonderful playground. Why not?
Fabulous. All right, guys, my dear visionary friends, visionaries in the making, accomplished visionaries. We were together with Maria Gayoso, our
Mhm.
total alignment officer, and well, Ayrton Giulio, visionary executive officer for visionaries. And wow, we delightfully brought to you Visionaries Unlimited. And we're looking forward to get to know you.
Mhm.
So subscribe, like, comment, what touched
Okay,
you,
connect. Yes, yes, connect.
connect, and be visionary.